Top 10 Strangest Moments Captured on Live Television. Television has a remarkable power to capture the spontaneous and often bizarre moments that shape our world. From harrowing crises to unexpected calamities, live TV has presented us with some of the most unforgettable scenes ever broadcast. These broadcasts not only provide a window into extraordinary events, but also shape our collective memory and understanding of history. In this countdown, we delve into the top 10 strangest and most jaw-dropping moments ever captured on live television, where reality surpassed even the wildest imagination. Buckle up as we journey through these astonishing instances that have left viewers around the globe in awe and disbelief. Number 10. The Manila Hostage Crisis, 2010. On August 23, 2010, the Manila hostage crisis gripped the world as ex-police officer Rolando Mendoza took control of a tour bus filled with 25 tourists in Manila, Philippines. Mendoza, angry over his dismissal from the police force, demanded his reinstatement and threatened the lives of the hostages. The entire standoff was broadcast live, capturing the tense negotiations, Mendoza's escalating violence, and the dramatic moments of gunfire exchanged with police. The live footage revealed a horrifying reality of the situation as Mendoza, after a dramatic showdown and witnessing his brother's arrest on the bus's TV, continued his violent spree, ultimately leading to his own death. The crisis highlighted the intense nature of live TV reporting and its role in documenting real-time emergencies. Number 9. The World Series Earthquake, 1989. The World Series earthquake on October 17, 1989, was a catastrophic event that occurred just as the MLB's Oakland Athletics and San Francisco Giants were about to play the third game of the series. The 6.9 magnitude Loma Prieta earthquake struck San Francisco Bay Area, shaking the region and causing extensive damage. The live TV broadcast captured the immediate aftermath of the quake, with announcers and viewers experiencing the shock and chaos as the stadium swayed and structures crumbled. The quake resulted in significant structural damage, over 60 deaths, and thousands of injuries. The live coverage not only conveyed the quake's immediate impact, but also brought global attention to the disaster's scale and severity, influencing future disaster reporting and response. Number 8. Lee Harvey Oswald's murder, 1963. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963, was a watershed moment in American history. But it was the live broadcast of Lee Harvey Oswald's murder that captured the public's attention. As Oswald, the prime suspect in JFK's assassination, was being transferred to a different jail, Dallas nightclub owner Jack Ruby stepped forward and shot him in full view of the cameras. This shocking moment was broadcast live, providing an unexpected and dramatic twist to the unfolding national tragedy. The footage of Ruby's fatal attack on Oswald was broadcast to millions, becoming a defining example of how live TV can capture and amplify the immediacy and intensity of breaking news events. Number 7. The Fall of the Berlin Wall, 1989. The Berlin Wall, a symbol of Cold War division, fell on November 9, 1989, and TV cameras were there to capture the historic moment. After decades of separating East and West Berlin, the wall's demolition was broadcast live as East German authorities, overwhelmed by public pressure and the exodus of East Germans to the West, opened the gates. The footage showed jubilant crowds of Germans from both sides of the wall coming together, chipping away at the barrier and celebrating their newfound freedom. The live broadcast of this monumental event not only captured the emotional and historical significance of the wall's fall, but also symbolized the end of communist rule in Eastern Europe, resonating as a powerful image of unity and change. Number 6. The Waco Siege, 1993. The Waco Siege, which began on February 28, 1993, was a protracted and intense standoff between the FBI and the Branch Davidian religious sect led by David Koresh. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms (ATF) had initially attempted to search the compound for illegal weapons, leading to a violent confrontation that escalated into a 51-day siege. Live TV coverage captured the dramatic and violent scenes of gunfire, tear gas, and the final catastrophic fire that consumed the compound on April 19, 1993. The live broadcast of the siege's climax not only showcased the violent clash, but also sparked widespread public debate about government tactics. Number 5. Space Shuttle Challenger Disaster, 1986. The Space Shuttle Challenger disaster on January 28, 1986, was a tragic event that was broadcast live to a global audience. The shuttle, carrying 7 crew members including school teacher Krista McAuliffe, exploded 73 seconds after liftoff, resulting in the deaths of all on board. The live broadcast captured the moment of explosion and the immediate aftermath, profoundly impacting viewers and the media. The Challenger disaster highlighted the risks associated with space exploration and led to significant changes in NASA's safety procedures and public communications. The live coverage of the explosion and the subsequent media focus on the human stories of the crew members became a pivotal moment in how tragic events are reported and remembered. Number 4. Tohoku Earthquake and Tsunami, 2011. The Tohoku earthquake and tsunami on March 11, 2011, were devastating events that were broadcast live as they unfolded in Japan. The 9.0 magnitude earthquake triggered a massive tsunami that inundated the northeastern coast of Japan, causing widespread destruction and loss of life. Live TV coverage captured the horrifying scenes of the tsunami waves crashing through cities, sweeping away buildings and causing extensive damage. The continuous broadcast of the disaster's impact provided a powerful visual record of the devastation and spurred a global humanitarian response. Number 3. Munich Massacre, 1972. The Munich Massacre during the 1972 Summer Olympics in Munich, Germany, was initially not broadcast live due to the early morning timing of the attack. However, as the events unfolded, media coverage captured the tense and tragic aftermath. Palestinian terrorists from the group Black September took Israeli athletes hostage, leading to a dramatic and violent standoff with German police. Live coverage of the rescue attempt, including the eventual tragic deaths of the hostages and the confrontation with the terrorists, provided a raw and unsettling view of the events. The Munich Massacre became a defining moment in Olympic history and illustrated the challenges and consequences of media coverage in high-stakes international crises. Number 2. The Los Angeles Riots, 1992. The Los Angeles riots, which erupted on April 29, 1992, were a significant and volatile event captured live by TV cameras. The riots began after a predominantly white jury acquitted 4 LAPD officers who were filmed brutally beating Rodney King, an African-American motorist. The live TV coverage showed the widespread violence, arson, and looting that ensued as frustrated residents protested against racial injustice and police brutality. The footage of the riots provided a powerful and unfiltered view of the social unrest and had a profound impact on public discourse about race relations and law enforcement in America. Number 1. September 11 Attacks, 2001. The September 11 attacks on the World Trade Center and the Pentagon were broadcast live, capturing one of the most shocking and devastating moments in modern history. On the morning of September 11, 2001, live feeds showed the first plane striking the North Tower of the World Trade Center, followed by the second plane hitting the South Tower less than 20 minutes later. The continuous live coverage of the attacks, including the collapse of both towers and the subsequent events, became a monumental global news story. The media's coverage of the attacks and their aftermath transformed how news is reported, highlighting the power of live television in shaping public perception and historical memory. And there you have it. 10 of the most bizarre and unforgettable moments ever captured on live TV. These instances remind us of television's unparalleled ability to bring the world's most incredible and sometimes unsettling events directly into our homes. Whether it's the heart-stopping drama of a live hostage crisis or the profound impact of a natural disaster, these moments showcase the raw power of broadcast media. They not only document history, but also capture the human experience in its most intense and unfiltered form.